Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. Kerpow! And we're continuing with our endless survey of Haydn's genius, which was endless. So is our survey. Well, in this particular, this is an interesting collection of things. Some very unusual and distinctive recordings. First, we've got Haydn Quartets Opus 64 with the Festetics Quartet. This is still in my emergency wrapper. This was in case, something happened to my other recording of it. All of these now have been boxed up and re-released. Thank goodness. And it's a wonderful set on period instruments. I've talked about it before. The Opus 64 quartets were the last series that Haydn did specifically for Vienna before he left for London. The others were made as sort of concert quartets to be publicly performed in connection with his concerts in the British capital, whereas these are still a little bit more intimate and chamber music scaled, no less musically sophisticated, and no less expansive in their handling of form and their, emotional breadth. But the sound is different, and they are gorgeous. This has the lark, it's just, they're so beautiful. And these are lovely performances, like I said, on the Arcana label. These have always been popular quartets, Haydn's Opus 64, and you're going to want to hear them. If you don't know them, get listening. You need to learn the Haydn quartets. And we're going to be doing, a Haydn quartet sojourn at some point when I'm done getting through all of this stuff, I think. We can start that up. So you're going to want to be familiar with some of these pieces, I think. You can listen to them on your own. Don't wait for me. Just listen. Then we've got a couple choral settings. The Mass in the Time of War and the Salve Regina. This is with Harnoncourt and the Arnold Schoenberg Choir. Also a wonderful bunch of singers. We've got Dorothea Röschmann, Elisabeth von Magnus, Herbert Lippert, and Oliver Widmer. These are fun performances. Harnoncourt's Haydn, his choral works generally, they could be odd because it was Harnoncourt, and you never quite knew what he was going to do or why he was going to do it. But normally speaking, he was very exciting and well attuned to the text. And in a mass setting, of course, he knows what they're singing about. The singing is quite good. Concentus Musicus is very fine. The Mass in the Time of War is also known as the Paukenmesse, the timpani mass, because of the timpani solos in the Benedictus that lead up to the Dona Nobis Pacem. And they're really very ominous and impressive. And it really startled people back in the day. And it's still pretty impressive now. Beethoven took a huge hit from Haydn, and this mass in particular, when he came to write his Missa Solemnis, because he also contrasted in the Agnus Dei and Dona Nobis Pacem the sounds of war with the message for peace. It was a clue that Beethoven was quick to exploit. But this is where he got it from, and there you go. And Haydn's is like shorter and peppier, so just saying. Then we've got this delightful 2-disc set of masses and things. We've got the Grosse Orgelmesse, the Great Organ Mass, which is a big work, 40 minutes long. The Missa Sanctae Ceciliae, also known as the Missa Chilensis. It's a beautiful, big cantata mass. It's about an hour and 10, 15 minutes long, with, arias and choruses. I think it's brilliant, brilliant work. The Nicolai Messe, which is another one of his pre-6 last masses, and the Missa Brevis in F, which is only 14 minutes long. So this is Simon Preston with the Academy of Ancient Music and the Choir of Christ Church Cathedral, Oxford, with Judith Nelson, Emma Kirkby, Shirley Minty, Carolyn Watkinson, all sopranos, Margaret Cable, alto, Rogers Covey Crump, Martin Hill, tenors, David Thomas, bass. 4 of Haydn's glorious settings of the Mass, headed by the large-scale St. Cecilia Mass with its elaborate solo arias. Yes, that's what's on this 2-disc set, from L'Oiseau Lyre. And they are good solid period instrument performances with excellent singers. Nothing not to enjoy there, for sure. Haydn's masses and sacred music are wonderful, by the way. Then we've got Richter, the authorized recordings, and then we've got a couple Haydn sonatas on here, which is why I keep this under Haydn. You've got sonatas numbers 24 and 52, which are brilliant. 52 is actually 62 in the other numbering. It's Haydn's last sonata, and it's the one in E flat, and it's a gorgeous pre-Beethovenian concert sonata. And Richter plays them very well. He really does. He's on good form here. You've got Weber's Sonata number 3, which is powerful stuff. A brilliant work that ought to be better known. The opening movement is Allegro feroce. Yeah, it's feroce. And then you got some Beethoven stuff here. Sonatas 9, 11, 12, and 27. So this was a fun Richter disc. This was from the old Philips Richter edition that clumped everything together in 3 disc little boxes like this. So I kept the ones that mattered to me. Needless to say, it's all been re-released in a big box. You know. And then we've got Pogo's Haydn. Remember when this came out? I remember it vividly. This is 2 Haydn sonatas on one 52-minute CD. Everybody was aghast because the tempos were so slow. This was so strange. The Adagio in Sonata number 46 here is 13 minutes long. It's 11 minutes long in Sonata number 19. He takes all the repeats. He takes his time on all the repeats. It's perverse. It really is. Some people swore by it and still do. And if they do, more power to them. It is not Haydn. It's Pogorelic. Pogorelic, whatever you want to call him. It's Pogo. And if Pogo is your way, then go for his Haydn. I just save it for its perversity. It's a party record. So keep on listening, friends. That's it for now. We'll be back with more Haydn. Take care.